The story begins by introducing the capital city of males. It is the center of political power for the entire country, serving as the main cultural and economic hub. As time passes, everyone comes to understand this fact, and the city becomes recognized as the most magnificent place in the world. The scene shifts to our protagonist, who has just arrived and is clearly impressed by the sight of the capital. He comments that eunuchs had told him about a singer who performs nearby. Curious, he decides to check it out for himself, accompanied by an attendant to ensure his safety. Noah realizes that the attendant, a girl, is trying to repay the favors he did for the city, so he demands a little more from her, because she always performs her work with full dedication. Onlookers comment that the boy has become quite mature, noting that for him, developing human qualities is never an excessive pursuit. When he reaches the place where the girl is singing, Noah is surprised by the beauty of her voice. As he observes her from a close range, he remembers that her name is Alichi. Her singing technique is still simple, typical of a beginner, but it is clear that she is very serious about the singing profession. Noah can feel that every single note is being sung with sincerity and genuine emotion. Suddenly, a man starts screaming at her, questioning why she is singing these nonsensical songs. A short while later, he becomes even more irritated and claims that with this kind of income, she will never be able to pay off the debt left by her father. Even though she explains that singing is the only thing she knows how to do, the man grabs her by the collar. At that moment, Noah intervenes and tells him not to do anything cruel to her in front of everyone. When no one expected it, the man hears a boy's voice. The singer tries to keep him from getting involved, but Noah is already standing up and walking toward the stage. The man mocks him, telling Noah to go cry in your mummy's lap. In response, Noah reminds him that according to the country's law, a child has no obligation to pay a debt inherited from their parents. Forcing this debt onto the girl and pressuring her to sell her body is considered a serious crime in the capital. The man then grabs Noah by the collar, but the boy reacts immediately, delivering several blows to the man and his accomplices. After knocking them down, Noah asks if he still wants to continue. Before leaving, the man threatens that he will take revenge. Noah replies that if he comes back, he should come find him directly. When the man looks at the card the boy left behind, he realizes that Noah is a prince. Noah then turns to Alichi, praises her singing ability, and asks how much money she needs to cover her expenses. The girl explains that she needs to buy medicine for her mother. Noah immediately offers a very high salary. He decides that he will pay this amount regularly, on the sole condition that she sings without any worry. Furthermore, he promises that as she improves, the payment will be increased. Finally, he tells her to keep singing, because he wants to hear more. The scene shifts to Noah at his residence. As he approaches the gate, he sees some people kneeling and asks who they are. The girl tells him these are the same people who came to apologize to the singer earlier. Noah orders that they all be sent away and says the message must be direct and firm, so it becomes clear to them that they cannot speak to the imperial prince whenever they wish. At that moment, his brother Henry arrives and says that Noah cannot deal with such people so casually because it lowers the prestige of the imperial house and the princes. Noah agrees that this is one reason, but says there is another reason as well. He invites his brother inside the house to talk. After sitting down, Noah explains that those people were extorting the singer, so he decided to hire her and give her a fixed salary so they would not bother her again. Henry asks if her song was truly that extraordinary. Noah simply says that those people should not try to take her away from him. Henry is surprised to realize that his younger brother's mindset is so advanced. Frankie and Gary, who are close to Noah's age, are nowhere near this level. They are still immature and cannot learn proper etiquette even when taught. Noah believes that they will understand everything when they grow up. He also explains that although they are brothers, they have different mothers. Henry and Gary share the same mother, so their bond is different. Henry then shows interest in the magic sword, because it seems that Noah has truly mastered it completely. Noah replies that this is because the sword has its own will. Still, Henry feels this sword is too big for a child. Noah disagrees and decides to offer proof. When he reveals the sword, Henry is shocked and asks where it was hidden. Noah reveals that it was inside his sleeve. Henry is utterly astonished because he never imagined such a thing was possible. Noah explains that the sword itself taught him. Henry finds this unbelievable, a national treasure that had been isolated for 200 years with no such record in the past. Simple, yet impressive. The scene shifts to outside the mansion, where the men are angry at Noah's attitude and decide they will kill him the moment they get a chance. A short while later, Noah activates his eye and forces everyone to their knees. One of them begs for permission to bow his head. Henry asks what Noah did this time. The boy replies that he simply released a small portion of the sword's power to make them kneel. Henry is impressed and realizes that Noah has truly mastered the sword. The scene shifts once more. Noah is now invited to a dinner in the city, which he thinks will be enjoyable. As he enters, everyone begins to applaud, impressed by both his appearance and his manners. One man notices the sword and asks what it is. Noah explains that its name is Leviathan, a sword he inherited. Everyone is shocked to learn that such a young boy has mastered it. One man claims it must be a fake sword. At that moment, the sword gets irritated and releases smoke, causing several people to faint. Noah realizes that this sword gets angry quickly. The man begins to clap, saying that this is exactly what he expects from a prince. Everyone feels a strong sense of death in that moment. This is the true power of a national treasure. The man is impressed that Noah controlled such a frightening thing and congratulates him. Soon, many other people also begin praising his extraordinary power. The man asks what Noah did to the person who insulted him. Noah says he can ignore him because it makes no difference. The scene shifts to the boy being greeted by many people. Suddenly, a man comes to speak to Noah. Noah notices that the girl standing next to him is an adopted daughter. This is clear from the contrast between the man's elegant clothes and the girl's simple attire. Noah is certain she was a former slave. He notices the girl's gaze changes slightly as if she's being evaluated, a look typical of those who have been enslaved in the past. The man kneels and admits Noah is right. He explains that he bought the girl as a slave, but she learned everything very quickly. Therefore, he decided to adopt her and teach her properly. Noah likes this attitude and says that next time he will invite both of them to his mansion. He realizes this man knows when to stop. An old man comments that the man is intelligent because if he had kept talking, he could have provoked unnecessary jealousy. Noah explains that this was also one of the reasons he knew the girl had been a slave. The moment Noah touches his sword, it reacts defensively, as if it sensed danger. At the same time, the girl instinctively takes a position to protect him. The next day, Noah is walking peacefully in the city when he meets his brother Oscar. The boy asks what he is doing there alone. Noah replies he was just walking to relax. Oscar warns him that he should be careful walking without a carriage. When he finds out he is free, he asks
asks if his brother would like to go out, as apparently he has no commitments. In an excited tone, he suggests they find some treasure in the city. As they walk, Noah remembers hearing about this specific street. This place is known for gathering antiques from different parts of the empire. Oscar explains that despite this, there are many forgeries circulating there. Finding a genuine item among so many copies has become a pastime among the nobles. After walking for quite a while, Oscar comments that today doesn't seem to be a good day for shopping and decides to leave. However, Noah becomes interested in a book displayed at a stall and decides
to buy it. Upon looking closer, he realizes he has found the grimoire of the legendary great mage Andrea. Noah is sure the book is authentic. Based on the content, it would be worth no less than 1,000 yen. Even though he doesn't understand everything immediately, Noah feels that his wind magic increased considerably the moment he touched the book. Quickly, he draws his sword because he knows that only items possessing their own will can amplify abilities in this way. This indicates that something is sealed inside. Suddenly, a creature emerges from the book, leaving Oscar shocked. He begins to wonder if this object is a forbidden book that imprisons human souls. Oscar shouts for Noah to run immediately. The presence is the vengeful spirit of a great mage who specialized in wind magic. With a single precise strike, Noah makes the creature vanish completely. Afterward, Oscar asks if everything is okay and if anyone was hurt. Noah calmly replies that there is nothing to worry about because he intentionally directed the attack upward so no one would be hit. Oscar is impressed by his brother's quick thinking and wonders how he became so strong in such a short time. At that moment, a man appears in front of them, claiming to be the owner of the antique shop. He introduces himself as Alan, stating that he has closely followed the boys' great achievements, and for this reason wants to show them something special. He then reveals a ring surrounded by a dark aura. He comments that he showed this item to many people, but never received a relevant reaction. Noah questions if it is just a useless object. The man explains that he also tried to get rid of the ring many times, assuming it was useless, yet somehow it always returned to his hands. This detail sparks more interest in it, as seeing this fact quite curious. Oscar also gets excited by the idea and suggests Noah try the ring. As soon as the boy puts it on, he realizes the ring speaks, and it reveals itself to be SSS rank. A short while later, the item begins to transform into a complete suit of armor, leaving everyone nearby impressed. Upon opening his status window, Noah noticed there was no direct increase in attributes. It seemed to be a different entity from the previous grimoire and Leviathan. However, the ring had many magics available to use. Noah comments that he will send the reward to the man later, but Oscar interrupts, saying he wants to pay, as he considers the ring a gift for the boy. With a magic sword and now magic armor, Oscar realizes there is truly something out of the ordinary about Noah. As they step down from the carriage, the boy decides to act. Suddenly, the same man attempts to attack him, but Noah blocks the blow with great ease, while several soldiers surround them. Oscar asks how he created that shield. Noah explains that it happened because of the ring. He connected Leviathan to it, and together they created that defense. The boy realizes that the ring reacted automatically to hostility, functioning like a protection system. Oscar finds this incredible and becomes even more impressed with his little brother. Because his ability to do such things seems out of this world, the scene changes to where Noah is watching the girl sing again. When he looks around, he notices that many people are starting to fight because of her. Without hesitation, Noah creates a shield to stop the useless commotion and immediately uses a shock strike to restrain both people involved. He then asks the man responsible for the place why there is so much fighting here. The man explains that these are the type of people who run the bar. Seeing this, Noah decides to buy the entire establishment, which makes the man extremely grateful. The girl asks if investing so much money is truly worth it because of her, and says she wants to repay him somehow. Noah replies that he just wants her to keep singing with her voice. She asks if he truly values her as a singer, and the boy confirms, stating that he wants the emperor to hear her sing someday. Until that moment arrives, he would like her to keep performing. Moved, the girl starts crying, but soon resumes singing. Noah is impressed by her voice, which sounds truly beautiful. He is sure he made no mistake in his choice, and believes that this girl is without a doubt a true treasure.